FHS season tickets.
Welcome back to another episode of FHS Season Tickets. I'm Nick.
And I'm Michael, and today we have a very special video as both of the conference finals look so boring with the Cleveland Cavaliers and Golden State Warriors looking like they are going to be making the NBA Finals very easily. We're going to do a really special NBA draft video, and we're both going to be GMs for some respective teams. So Nick is going to be taking basically every odd-numbered pick. We had to make one or two changes because teams like Sacramento and Brooklyn had one odd and one even-numbered pick. So Nick's teams are going to be Boston, Philly, Sacramento, Minnesota, Dallas, Charlotte, Denver, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Oklahoma City, Toronto, Brooklyn, and San Antonio. My teams are going to be the Lakers, Phoenix, Orlando, New York, Detroit, Miami, Chicago, Indiana, Portland, and Utah. Now, there are also a couple teams without a first-round pick, and these teams we can both use to trade. Well, so if Nick's picking, I can use any of Cleveland, Washington, Golden State, Houston, LA Clippers, Memphis, and New Orleans to make a trade with Nick. And when I'm picking, Nick can use any of these teams. You cannot trade with another team you have. So say Nick wanted to make a trade with Boston and Philadelphia, he can't do that because he's drafting for both those teams. The only way we can trade is if I offer one of my teams that I control to one of Nick's, or if while I'm picking, Nick uses the teams without a first-round pick and offers it up to me. So we're really excited to make this video. Nick, you are on the clock, but before you draft your first player, I'm going to offer you a trade with one of my teams.
Denied.
I'm going to be offering Kristaps Porzingis and a lottery-protected first-round pick for the next 3 years. And then after that it goes top 10 for the next year, and then top 5, and then top 3 for the number 1 overall pick.
I'm gonna see this offer, and then I process it. I'm gonna change that to Kristaps and a top 5 protected pick for next year.
As the New York Knicks, I cannot give up a top 5 pick, the 6th pick if it does so land, so I'm going to have to decline that trade.
Well, Boston would like to tell you, New York, that good luck never being good, and I hope that you waste Kristaps' talent, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to draft Markelle Fultz with the first overall pick.
Markelle Fultz, the point guard out of Washington. You think he's going to work better than Kristaps Porzingis would in Boston?
I think he's going to work better than what Kristaps would, and I also kind of wanted to get that first-round pick. Plus, I mean, think of it this way. That's just assets there, something you could trade, something more talented. The unknown is always gonna intrigue GMs, and Kristaps in a failing New York franchise, and it's always great to stick it to Mike. So, Mike, who are you? LA Lakers on the clock. Who are you picking?
This is easy. I'm not listening to any trade offers. Going to do what I think Magic Johnson is going to do, and that is take Lonzo Ball, number 2 overall. Nick, you have the 3rd pick.
I think this is another obvious one. The top 3 talents at the top of the draft board, in my opinion, are really set in stone, and for that reason, I'm going to take Josh Jackson with the 3rd overall pick.
I got the 4th overall pick. I'm going to be taking Jason Tatum out of Duke. I think this works really well in Phoenix. I feel like this is just a really good fit for him. I feel like a guy who can stretch the full floor, play well with Devin Booker. I like what Phoenix is building, so I'm going to be taking Jason Tatum, 4th overall. Nick, you've got a wild card in the Sacramento Kings at 5th overall. Who are you going to be taking?
Well,
or would you like to offer a trade with one of me?
Mike, let's not be silly here. I think that the top of the draft is pretty stacked, and you want to keep all your assets. Just a little tip for the partner here, because I think I'm a better drafter. But you see, Sacramento needs a little bit of order. None of these picks are ever going to work out. None of the franchises are ever going to work out unless there's order in the franchise. The ownership needs to get it right, but I think this is the perfect pick for this situation. Sacramento hasn't had a great point guard, honestly, since like Mike Bibby. So I think in a point guard heavy class, a lot of talent, we're going to have to take De'Aaron Fox.
I can kind of see that pick coming from a mile away when you started describing it. Interesting that you
I'm
take
glad you did.
Fox over Dennis Smith Jr., who is another point guard very high.
Overrated.
Overrated, we shall see. I have the Orlando Magic pick. Nick, would you be interested in offering me a trade for this selection?
No. None of my people need to move up at this time.
Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and draft Malik Monk to the Orlando Magic. I believe that this team does not have...
Sacramento's not too happy about that right now.
They were trying to build the Kentucky duo.
Sacramento's not too happy about
I'm going
that.
to take Malik Monk. I believe that this team is set down low with guys like Aaron Gordon. They also just signed Bismack Biyombo. They have a decent team, definitely not the greatest. They just traded away Serge Ibaka, so maybe not as much frontcourt depth as they used to have. But I think that Malik Monk is going to provide some outside scoring that they did not have. I believe Evan Fournier isn't that great, and he could also play small forward. And putting Monk at the shooting guard to go along with guys like Elfrid Payton, I think that this could be a team that is on the rise. So I'm going to be taking Malik Monk 6th overall. Nick, you have the 7th pick for Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota's a weird team where they have a lot of talent. Doesn't seem like they can put anything together right now at this moment. So,
Nick, I'm going to offer you a trade for the 7th overall pick. I'm going to offer Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and our 12th overall pick for the 7th overall pick and also a lottery-protected first-round pick for 5 years, and then it becomes top 5 protected.
you know, Mike, I mean, I like the trades you're coming with right now, but this top of the draft, like I said, is just too stacked. There's too many opportunities to have solid players come off the draft board, and I see a perfect fit for a team here, and I see a perfect dynasty in the making that could be even accelerated by this player, because I think this is that highly of this fit that's going to occur. So the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to select Lauri Markkanen from Arizona. Pair that up with Cat, and then have Wiggins out there. Then you have Dunn, and you have a lethal offense with Levine coming back.
That
Good luck.
is a very interesting selection, stopping a potential slide from Markkanen, because I was not targeting him with the 8th overall pick. Nick, would you like to make a trade before I do make this 8th overall selection?
I think all my teams are set right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and take Dennis Smith Jr. with the 8th overall pick.
We didn't want him.
The Derrick Rose project did not work in New York. And
The Dennis Smith project will surely not work.
I'm fine with taking Dennis Smith 8 overall. He's a very good talented point guard. And also, I feel like he hasn't been given the benefit of the doubt that Markelle Fultz did for his team not having the success. I really like this kid. I think he's going to be successful in New York. I think him and Kristaps could build a great relationship. I'm really happy with this pick. And now, Nick, you actually have 3 straight picks because Sacramento is 10th overall, which would be my pick. But since you already took Fox, that's going to be your team. So you have 3 straight picks here.
A young Phil Jackson over here taking Dennis Smith. I'm not sure if that was a good move. But so with Dallas, we're rebuilding the Dallas Mavericks. You know, Cuban called me up. We talked about it last night over
Markkanen was here,
a wine and dine. A wine and dine. Yep, we fooled everyone. We would have traded up because we know the Minnesota owner and GM, and they said they were taking Markkanen. They gave us a chance to trade up, but no. So we're going to take someone.
Wait. I have an interesting trade offer for you.
Dallas, a king's ransom is gonna be needed for this pick.
A king's ransom, really?
You see what happened with the quarterbacks last year or this year in the NFL draft?
I know who Dallas.
You're gonna have to give us more than that.
I know who Dallas's owner is. Mark Cuban.
Well, I just went to dinner with him last night.
A rookie. So I am.
Oh, who said we're building around this guy?
I'm going to offer you Paul George. Okay? For that pick, and I need to figure out who else I'm going to add to this trade.
Okay, well,
would
while
like-
you're there, you could
I
just
would
say
like-
no to that because I know I actually am friends with Paul George myself too because I'm a GM. I have to know one, and he's going to the Lakers in 2018. So you could get your trade, go out the window.
So you are
And
not-
Indiana, I hope you fail miserably because I know you will.
Wow.
And good luck because Dallas is going to the finals 2020 with Jonathan Isaac as our pick.
That's a good pick.
Isaac.
That is who I would have taken there.
Yep, it's a new
I
new
would've-
year. It's a new dynasty with Isaac and Noel, two athletic freaks, gonna give the Georgialess Pacers some trouble in the regular season because you know they're not going to the playoffs anytime soon.
Well, we're not. We're not gonna.
They're losing
we're not gonna
George.
do the Georgeless
Have
Pacers
fun-
right now
have
because
fun with
you
CJ
declined
Miles.
the trade for Paul George.
Oh, he'll be leaving soon. Don't worry. He'll have him for another
Now-
year. Good luck.
Now you've got you got the Sacramento pick. At
Mark
10.
Cuban, by the way, just gave me a raise. So
You got
now with a
pick at 10.
Sacramento
Who do you
owner.
want?
Well, I just got off the phone with our foreign owner. I forget his name all the time, but it's Vladdy Divac. What's up, guys? With Sacramento, you know, we already picked up our star point guard of the future. We have Buddy Hield, who we think is going to be better than DeMarcus Cousins. Screw you guys who trash that. We know
love how you have
it.
to
We
defend
believe
him. You're in a ridiculous position.
we believe in Buddy Hield. He's better than Cousins already. So with our point guard and our shooting guard, you see what's happening with Cleveland destroying the Celtics. So we need a front court talent, and we're gonna take Zach Collins, freshman from Gonzaga, 7 foot, 230 pure muscle.
Pure muscle. That's a little bold there.
Vladdy Divac doesn't want to hear it.
I mean, I guess maybe he does know some big men, but I don't like that. Nick, I'm thinking about offering you a trade
Well, we don't want to hear it because we have our guy on the board
for Charlotte.
for Charlotte, baby.
You have your guy on the board.
I just got off the phone with Michael Jordan. He really likes this kid a lot. He called me up. He said he's the next Jordan. No, he didn't say that because he said no one is the next Jordan, not even LeBron. But I got off the phone with him, and he said he wants a hometown kid, someone that's used to wearing those Jordan shoes. Justin Jackson, welcome to the team. Hometown boy.
Wow. Taking a hometown kid who also went to Jordan's college.
Him and Kemba, Jordan said him and Kemba are the next Pip and Jordan.
Okay, well now I've got the Detroit.
So take that, Detroit. Have fun with Caldwell Pope, too. We know you offered that to Sacramento, that is.
Yeah, I did. And now I'm going to take the guy who's going to replace Kentavious Caldwell-Pope because I don't know why Detroit doesn't really want him, but
You're
I'm gonna
Detroit,
be
so you should
taking-
know.
I'm going to be taking Donovan Mitchell because I think he's going to replace Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
You have a... Whoa, okay. Well,
What's your thoughts
what's
about
up, guys? It's Denver. The air up here is pretty thick, or it's thin. So we're going to have this is going to be short. We believe that Frank Ntilikina should join the squad. We'll figure out our point guards. We'll figure out our plethora of point guards later. Best talent.
that? Best talent available?
Yep.
Debatable, but what about the fit in Detroit?
Oh, yeah? What do you think,
Denver?
Detroit?
You already have Emmanuel Mudiay.
It's called top talent. It's called top talent. He's the next.
talent.
He's the next Giannis.
The next to Giannis. Get out of here with that. Out of here with that. Now I've got the 14th, 15th, and 16th pick. So I need to be making
No,
some moves.
Miami, Portland, Chicago does.
Well, yeah, but I'm controlling them.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Because Portland has a later.
Pat Riley's controlling Miami. Who are you? You fake. You fraud.
Would you like to offer any trades to Miami before I make my selection?
Actually, Oklahoma City wants all 3 of those picks. We'll give you Russell Westbrook for all 3 of them.
So is he going to play for Miami, Portland, or Chicago?
Yeah, he said he'd share time. He said he wants to set records in all these teams.
Any legit trade offers?
All right, I guess he doesn't want Russell Westbrook, the man, the triple-double himself.
No.
All right, well, we'll stand pat.
You're going to stand pat?
All these 3 teams are trash anyways. Good luck for Portland getting out of the West with that hoss of a Warriors team. That's what the Milwaukee GM said, by the way. He knows Milwaukee GM here. We know you're not sniping our guy, so good luck. We don't need to trade up. We have a gem.
Okay, I guess I will take Justin Patton out of Creighton, 14th overall. I really like this kid's upside. He played really
That's
well.
not a Pat Riley move, but
Creighton.
whatever.
What's a Pat Riley move?
A good one.
So what? So you're saying he's not good?
I'm saying that.
He
Yeah, I'm
was
saying
great
that.
with Marquise Walker Jr. when he was playing for Creighton before he did get hurt. They had one of the best offenses in the country. I believe that pairing up with Goran Dragic, he will have a great season with us, and he'll have a good career. And now I've got the 15th pick, and I'm going to select for the Portland Trailblazers. They need a big man. And I'm going to take Ivan Rapp, a guy whose draft stock fell a lot. I'm not really sure why. He obviously
Good
had
luck.
a disappointing sophomore season. I didn't understand the decision to come back. He could have been a top 5 to 10 pick last year. I've got the Chicago Bulls pick right now. And we need shooting. And there's no shooting available right now.
That's a poor GM's job.
I'm going to take Luke Kennard.
Obviously, Michael's Wow,
I'm gonna take
all
Luke
right.
Kennard.
The reach of the century.
No, not at all. Not in reach.
Number 45 on the board.
35
Going
on the
16.
board, and it's a bad board. They do not know the skills of Luke Kennard. He's a great player, going to be a great shooter, can move the ball in Chicago's offense. I've compared him to Joe Ingles. I really like this pick for Chicago.
Joe Ingles at 16 overall. Let's go. All right, so now
your Hall of Fame?
that we're done with that, let's get to real what the NBA is really about, especially what Milwaukee's about. Here we're about length. My guy's a 6'11 and a half wingspan. Now we're about athleticism, 44-inch vertical, and we're about overall raw potential. Giannis Antetokounmpo. So here at Milwaukee, the greatest state in the planet.
Milwaukee is not a state.
It's in a state. A city's in a state, Mike. Hey, you Luke Kennard, go shoot at the gym. Be Ingles, because we got the next Clyde Drexler on hands. Hamidou Diallo, welcome to the squad.
What?
Hamidou Diallo.
You-
Do you want me to repeat it again? 44-inch
Blame it on
vertical,
me.
6'11 and a half wingspan. What does Kennard have? A shot.
Really good basketball.
Let me get Bryce Alford next in the 5th round.
There isn't even a 5th round.
That's the joke.
Yeah, I've got the 18th pick. and
Mike's
Indiana.
obviously a worse GM than me. You spelled Diallo wrong, Mike. It's 2 L's.
Oh, that shows how much I care. I would like.
Indiana, the Georgeless Indiana soon in a year. Try dumping
I
a
know,
bad
I'm trying to
contract
dump
on me.
A bad Paul George is not a bad contract.
If it's up in a year and he's leaving, it is. That's called a bad
He's not
contract.
leaving.
Atlanta would like to bet Indiana that George leaves in a year.
You know what? I'd like to offer the Oklahoma City Thunder a trade.
What up, guys? It's Oklahoma City here. What would you like?
I would like to send Paul George to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
We're listening.
I would like your
Sam
One-
Presti likes what he hears.
21st overall pick.
Sam Presti talks to the third person, too. What's up, guys? It's Sam Presti here.
I would like the 21st overall pick. Enes Kanter. And
That's a firm bet.
a
We don't like that foreign. What I say?
20 and a 2020
Sam Presti didn't say that.
first round pick. that is top 5 protected.
Lottery protected, you have a deal.
I'm making that deal.
You can have Enes Kanter, Paul George. Welcome to the squad.
Now this is why we made the trade. I believe this is better value than what the Sacramento Kings got for DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins had 1.5 years left on his contract. Paul George only has 1 year. It also makes Oklahoma City a lot more interesting. Adding a
We're beating the
star to
Warriors now,
complement
says Sam Presti.
Russell Westbrook. You have Paul George. I really like this move. So now I have the 21st overall pick. And you got Oklahoma City, a star, and now Indiana is in rebuild mode. So we can take some guys with some good potential.
Why'd you take Kanter then?
Aren't. Just as the best player that Oklahoma City really had to trade. Who else would you really want? It had to balance out the contracts too.
Okay.
So that's really the only reason why I took him.
Oklahoma would like to offer you money under the table to release Kanter.
That is not going to happen.
10 million big ones underneath the table.
Yeah, no way.
In a
We
bot.
are going big or going home, and that's why the Indiana Pacers are going to select Harry Giles. This guy was a top 5 recruit.
Good luck with the one-legged Giles.
Nope.
Maybe you can sail a pirate ship with that peg
I
leg.
trust Harry Giles to come back.
Sail a pirate ship all the way to mediocrity for the next 20 years.
Nope, this is go big or go home. We're either going to be great or we're going to suck, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think it's the latter. But anyways, Atlanta on the clock. What's up, guys? It's Budenholzer. Yeah, Mikey
He's about to
here.
get fired from president job,
Well,
so
guess-
he's not Budenholzer anymore.
About to or has?
About to.
What's up, guys? Budenholzer here. And, here at Atlanta, we like to get swept. But other than that, we
Hey,
also like to get guys
You pushed
that go
out
around
in
Millsap.
games.
And we like defense here. We're trying to be the Spurs, and we think OG Anunoby, yeah, can't even say his name, guys, but we think that he has the stuff to build the next Popovich Island over here.
So you roast me for taking a guy who was hurt all year with a knee injury, but take a guy who was hurt all year with a
Well,
knee
when you
injury.
trade Paul
That-
George for a guy with a knee injury, that's what's wrong with it.
No, that was
All
my pick
Atlanta-
already.
Yeah, but you basically traded.
I got the 21st pick.
So you traded Paul George for a 23rd overall pick and a
Enes
lottery
Kanter.
protected pick.
And yeah,
Don't even talk about Enes Kanter. We got Steven Adams. Those two are basically the same thing. Plus, we got Boozer.
Enes
Oklahoma
Kanter.
City had a theft on its hands.
Oklahoma City. Did
That was a robbery. What's up, guys? Sam Presti again, and I think Sam Presti again won GM of the year already from that
Yeah,
trade.
but I think you forgot that I took Lonzo Ball with the Lakers, and after Paul George leaves the Thunder after one season, who's going to look like a genius?
Well, who's gonna look like a
have
genius
no
after we
titles,
beat the Warriors,
No
baby?
titles,
We're beating
no
them.
first-round pick this year.
Westbrook, we're beating them. Sam Presti out.
Anyone.
All right, now it's Budenholzer again, and OG Anunoby is gonna dog.
He's not, but I'm going to be taking
He's the next
Or-
Kawhi.
what?
He's the
Another
next.
guy in college who can't shoot? You think he's going to make that same jump shot transition?
I know he is.
I would not bet on that. But I'm going to be taking TJ Leaf for the Portland Trail Blazers. I think he's going to go great with Nurkic. I really love this kid.
Slow.
I don't believe that Lonzo Ball made him. I believe that he has a great offensive game. He can stretch the floor, is really athletic. I just really like this kid. Think he's a steal right here at 20th overall. So I'm going to be taking TJ Leaf. Let's see who you're going to be taking, Nick. With
Well, it's actually your pick, Mike,
it
because
is
we
my
got
pick.
Paul George over here at OKC.
Yes, that is
Let's
right.
see who's as good as Paul George.
You know who's as good as Paul George? Nobody on the board right now, but that doesn't matter. We're going to be taking
Jonathan
another
Manley.
guy who has a lot of potential.
You just changed your board.
A lot of people.
You scrolled up.
I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to take, okay? I'm taking a guy with high potential. Nobody really knows who he is. I'm going to be taking Isaiah Hartenson. He's a
Stein.
German-American professional
Hartenstein.
basketball player. He plays in the Lithuanian Basketball League. He's only 19 years old. So we are all in on the tank. And that's what we're going to be doing in Indiana. And in 5 years, when we're ready to compete, he can join the squad.
Well, now it's Brooklyn on the clock, and I'm their personal relations. I'm their public relations person, and we just got word from Jay-Z that he's backing out. He said that we're too bad, and I'm about to lose my job too. So I think Brooklyn's about to not be an NBA team anymore. So with that in mind, we're just gonna take a flyer on Caleb Swanigan with the 27.
A flyer on a guy who's not that athletic and doesn't have a high ceiling.
Hey, here at Brooklyn, that's what we're about. Brooklyn, baby.
So you are taking Caleb Swanigan. Now you have Toronto's pick.
Jeremy Lin's gonna make that guy a dog.
And
What's up, guy? We the North.
no.
What up, guys? We the North here.
I'm thinking about making a
We just got swept by the Cavs, but you know who's gonna prevent that next year? Jonathan Motley, welcome to the squad. He's LeBron's stopper. Him and PJ Tucker are gonna take time with LeBron. It's over. It's over.
After Kyle Lowry leaves, you won't really be
We the North.
much longer. So.
We the North, Mike. We the North.
You're almost as annoying as half their fan base.
Hey, Jurassic Park. That's all you gotta know.
Now I have the Utah Jazz pick. And I was actually going to take Caleb Swanigan with this pick.
Oh, an unathletic guy. Well, Brooklyn snagged him.
Well, I'll let Brooklyn snag him because I'm going to be taking a guy who's kind of like Caleb Swanigan, and the fact that he's a back-to-the-basket player, can score a lot, had a really solid college basketball career, and yeah, since you can see what my computer is, I'm going to be taking John Collins with this pick. I think he's going to fit in well with the Utah Jazz, and he'll be a productive guy off the bench, as I do believe Gordon Hayward stays in Utah, and he's going to be able to provide some good minutes off the bench as a rookie in the playoffs. So that's why I took him.
Well,
Orlando. That is
Orlando here.
actually my pick because I already selected Malik Monk for them. So I actually.
Dang it, I was going to take Ike.
Ike. Oh boy. So now I'm not going to be taking Ike.
Hey, that just means he'll fall more.
For Orlando, I am going to take Jarrett Allen. This guy is a lot lower on the big board that we did use than on most big boards. I like this kid a decent amount. Don't think that he is a great value for where he is projected to go right now, but at 25th overall, you can't really go wrong for a guy who's projected to be in the lottery in some mock drafts. So that's who I'm going to be taking. And now I also have the 26th overall pick for Portland. And who did I take last time with Portland? I took Ivan Rabb, so I think I'm going to look for a small forward, and that small forward is going to be Sindarius Thornwell, a guy who went off in the NCAA tournament. I think that he can complement guys like Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum pretty well. So Nick, who are you going to be taking with Brooklyn's second pick?
What's up, guys? Brooklyn here. We just got word Jay-Z's back in the fold. He said championship or bust.
Pick.
Yeah, he said championship or bust 2025 after we're done paying back our loan to Boston. So
no, it's only, I think
you know who's gonna help that?
2018.
Terrence Ferguson, welcome to the squad.
That was my next
6'7",
pick.
athletic. Well, guess what? Brooklyn's gonna go back into the fold with him.
I really like that pick by you, Nick. I don't always compliment you.
It
but
was
I
his
am
next.
right
It was
now.
his next pick, but he spelled it wrong.
Doesn't matter. I'm not.
Terrence Ferguson.
I wasn't paying attention to his
Terrence
name.
Ferguson.
You have to roast me right now. As I was saying, I really like this pick.
How do you
He's
think
a
that's
guy-
how it's spelled?
I wasn't really paying attention, okay? I really like this pick. He's a guy who had a really high recruiting ranking, ended up not going to Arizona, playing international. I believe that teams are sleeping on him. I like what you did. Would have taken him for the Lakers, but instead, I'm going to pair Lonzo Ball up with his teammate Ike Anaboju, a guy who did nothing
Same position
for
as Randall.
UCLA. Doesn't matter. He
5
can come
points a
off the
game.
bench.
That was called a catfish. I was never considering taking that scrub.
Catfish, isn't it? No, I'm
called
fine
bait.
with that pick. Who are the Spurs going to take? That's going to turn into a future MVP.
Yeah, here at San Antonio, we're used to, getting all the steals of the draft. So we're going to go deep down the draft board and take a guy that everyone's sleeping on. No one likes, but he's the Spurs Player of the Year next year. Nigel Williams-Goss, welcome to the squad. Pop loves it. Pop said yes.
Out the first round, I'm going to be taking Dwayne Bacon for the Utah Jazz. Nick, let's hear 3 guys who are still available on the board that you really like before we wrap up this video.
I like Taco Fall, 7'6", 290. I didn't like where he was at, though. That's why I didn't take him. I like potential-wise, that's what I look for in the draft. So there's really no guys. Everyone here you know. So Kobe Simmons maybe just due to his age. And I want to see how Briscoe turns out. Maybe Bryce Alford too, but he's pretty low. So
3 guys who I like would have to be number 1, Jordan Bell, number 2, Jawan Evans, and number 3, it is going to be, where is he? Alec Peters. Those are 3 guys I think are going to have
all right,
impact
guys.
at the next level.
I like some of what Mike did, but most of it was trash. So. But we'll see. We'll see how this pans out. Maybe in a year or 2, we'll look back at it. But leave the thoughts, and thanks for watching. See ya.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video.